Hi there. Welcome to the Small Business Coffee Break, the series where we take a few minutes to work on your business, not just in it. Today we talk about what does that cybersecurity jargon mean with Felipe Isaza, CEO of Function Inc., a managed IT and cybersecurity firm right here in Miami, Florida. Felipe is an author and is passionate about helping small business owners avoid cyber threats. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. Let's break down a few of common jargon that you hear in cybersecurity. So we talked about threat actors, which are basically the bad guys, and multi-factor authentication, which is MFA. But there's also all kinds of other language that is completely foreign to us. Like you mentioned Java, which is I believe a computer language. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I think one that kind of is resonating and becoming, it is popular in my world, but more businesses are starting to kind of understand is this zero trust approach. And I think this is the most, it can be positive or negative to your infrastructure depending on how it's implemented. Because it just blocks everything in its tracks. Any type of script, PowerShell script or anything like that that's running behind the scenes. Before you'll be on your computer and all of a sudden you'll get a pop-up saying that something's trying to update. And right. This is all happening behind the scenes. You just don't know. And that's how these threat actors approach this. Like everything's behind the scenes.
Now, doesn't, from, again, my perspective, doesn't all this antivirus stuff, doesn't it make it very difficult to use my computers?
So yeah, I mean, touching on what I mentioned before, so the more tools you install on a computer, it depending on the specs of your computer, can bog you down and create a productivity issue. And if it's spread across the company, as a whole, you'll start seeing diminishing returns on productivity for your end users. So it definitely has to be rolled out or implemented in a fashion that avoids that while reducing the risk. So
it's a managed approach so that
yes.
So that you can slowly get into places that or to put to the position yourself in a way that your systems will be able to handle all of your
right. Yeah, and obviously you have to make your recommendations if you no longer can use Windows XP, man. We got to update it. Come on, Alex.
What's really sad is there's a whole group of people who may watch this who don't know what Windows XP is. Because they're like, what's Windows XP? Yeah. Let's keep the cyber conversation going. If you have any questions for Felipe, ask him in the comments, or I put his contact information in the description. If you have any questions you'd like me to ask Felipe or any other professional in their field, my contact information is also in the description, and I'm always available through a direct message. See you next week for another cup of coffee and more questions answered.